Well, good morning. It seems like I am the passenger today. I am with Nick. Say hi, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
And we are going to look at a house that is a potential purchase, not for a rental or not for a flip, but this is going to be for a house to live in. So we're going to go meet the owner. We're going to do a walkthrough, look at the house, see what kind of issues the house might have, and see if we can maybe make a deal on it. Well, it's the first time I've been here. Nick has been here previously, but here is the front, the outside of the house. The owner's not here yet, so we're just going to take a little walk around the outside. It's one of those unusual situations where we actually get to go in the property before we make a decision. Look at here, we got a big palm tree. A lot of nice trees here in the yard. That's going to make for maintenance nightmare on the roof, but let's see here. We're going to ignore overgrown because that's just cosmetic stuff. Looks like we got a concrete block wall that comes up a partial way, covered with some wood. Notice that the roof here is not really high, so it's probably only about 7 feet on the inside. It looks like some water damage right here that may or may not have been repaired already. Sliding glass door broken out. Let's see if we can get around here. Let's see, here's the backyard. Some more palm trees, big trees here. Let's see. Concrete block home. It's got a neat little gingerbread pattern on the gable. That's kind of cool. Let's see here. Let's look at this backyard here. Here's a fence. It's kind of a strange shaped lot. It goes back to not quite a point, but it narrows in the back. There's some nice invasive bamboo. What makes for a wonderful screen for the yard, but boy, is that stuff invasive. Okay, let's see here. Let's walk around this way here. You'll notice it's got single pane windows. We have a regular meter. It's not a smart meter. It's got external. That's maybe the wasps and stuff won't come out here and jump on me and kill me. Yeah, sure enough, there's a wasp's nest. All right, the panel box is on the outside of the house. That's not a necessarily a good thing or a bad thing unless you're the needing to turn something on or off, but code now requires that you have a disconnect on the outside of the home. And here's an air conditioner. Definitely the air conditioning is toast. Let's see here, that's a 5/8 gas line and a 3/8 intake. This unit is going to have to be replaced. The copper is probably going to have to be replaced. The new unit's probably going to require a 3/4 inch line. Replacing this air conditioner, and I don't know how big this house is. I think it's like 1,300 square feet, but replacing this air conditioner will probably be in the neighborhood of $4,000 to $5,000. Let's see here, we'll go around this. Ooh, we got briars here. And this is the other side of the house here. It's really narrow. You got trees that are growing up against the edge of the eave. See that right there? This tree is going to have to be cut back. The roof is probably going to have to be fixed. If you look down there, there's lots of spots down there. We'll have to go down there and look a little closer. But this tree here definitely needs to be cut back off the roof. This is just a junk tree there. They don't, I mean, they provide shade, but has those little berries on it, and they really make a mess in there. Just they're not decent trees. I don't like them. Another palm tree, but there are some good shade trees back here. Nice shade. Maybe cut them branches back from over the house so you don't get all the leaves on the house, because that's going to cause issues with roof problems. And here you see there's another issue with the roof. I'm going to almost guarantee that that's leaking up in that eave. That's going to need to be taken care of. Absolutely. And these vines will grow up. That's just like a Virginia creeper that's going up. And those things can get everywhere. You'll notice all these holes. These are required vent holes under the eaves, but those are going to need to be sealed up. They make you can put screen over them, or you can get some of those metal grates and put over them. But if you don't cover those up, you will get squirrels and everything else in your attic. And you'll notice, let's look right there. You see those little white spots? That's like a mildew, so we know that roof is getting wet up in there. It's definitely a problem with this roof. The roof will probably have to be fixed. And while I was just standing here, I noticed this. I don't know if you can tell on this video, but here's a stump from a tree, and this tree is grown right back up. It's another one of those junk trees. But you'll notice how close it has here gotten to the house, and it has just it's pulled back from the house, and it's created a huge upheaval here in the ground. It doesn't look like it's broken any of the blocks. You can't see any cracks in the foundation, so I don't think there's a foundational issue, but that's certainly an issue with having trees right up against the house. You don't want them. They'll get up underneath the house and they'll damage your foundation. Fortunately, it doesn't look like that's the issue here. That is the original roof deck when this house was built, and it is wet, so you know it's leaking. The plywood has come off. They put a plywood underneath there to give it a finished overhang look. It might be beneficial actually to come in and just come right up at the bottom of the eave and run it back and tie it in lower on the wall and finish it off kind of like this back here is done. Apparently this house had gas at one point. The gas meter has been removed, and there's the gas stub out. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it may be something that needs to be addressed in the future. Something I didn't notice earlier, if you look right here, this tarp, or maybe sandbags, it looks like maybe they had sandbagged it to keep water from running in. So there may be some grading issues right here, and water may be running down and running up into this door. So that's some grading issues that will need to be taken care of. If you look at the front of the house, it's easy to see where this It must be a little planter here that was built at some point, but it looks like this might have been a carport or a garage that was closed in. We'll have to check that out and see. Looks like the grade is okay on the concrete. So as long as we can address the drainage in the back, we'll be fine. Broken windows, that's easy enough to fix. All right, we're going to go right in here and take our first peek inside.
Yeah. Any questions, just ask. It's like I told him, it's pretty much as is, and needs a lot of work.
Yep. Well, we are not strangers to hard work. We're not. We've done plenty of this. If I showed you some pictures of some places that we have done, you'd be amazed. All right, so we're going to have to replace the cabinets. I'm pretty sure there's a little, that's an older box. It's been closed off. I imagine it's been just bypassed. There's an exhaust for the range. I will put a range hood in place of that. This is like a parquet, Nick. It's an overlay, so it's obvious it's gotten wet, and it's I'm certain there's concrete underneath. So this would probably just need to be pulled up. If you look right here, yeah, there's concrete. There's concrete there underneath. And all right, well, let's go back here. Ooh, we got some spider webs.
He had a security system in here, and I guess they ripped it all out. I'm trying to get all this.
Now, there's something going on here. There's plywood on the floor here, but I'm not sure what's going on underneath it. Maybe there's plywood overlay of the concrete. Let's go in here and see what we got here. 1950s bathroom. Notice this. This is an issue that happens in a lot of older homes. You see the paint peeling off. That paint peeling off is indicative of moisture, because people don't open the windows when they take a shower. They really need to have an exhaust fan. But yeah, fully functional bathroom there. Let's see. It looks like this is a place for the air handler. I think we've pretty well decided that it's going to need to be replaced anyway. Oh, and here's a flashback from the past. This was really common back in the 50s. It's a whole house attic fan, and this would open up here. You'd open the windows, this would open up, and it would exhaust through the vent on the gable. Okay, and you can see here, yep, here we have it. Somebody has already started the process in here. This is concrete with the parquet pulled up. Apparently, there was roof leak, you can see here. So definitely got roof issues. Don't know to the extent. We can see right up in this hole. Let's see, I don't know if we can see anything in there, but there's a little bit of mildew, surface mildew. The drywall is bad. This drywall probably would need to be pulled, because I'm sure it's gotten wet. If you look right there at the top, you will see that spot right there. So that would need to be pulled. And the fact that we've got this chipping and peeling off, that's kind of indicative of moisture. So we've got a good sized closet here. As I said before, we're going to pull all the flooring out, which isn't going to be a bad deal. Okay, so here in another room, we've got an issue. Look at this right here. Let's see what this wire is right here. That looks like a relatively modern wire. So we saw the panel box on the outside had been replaced recently, so that might be a good positive indication. Air conditioning ducts, I don't know the quality of those. We'll have to check, but you can see there's drywall issues. Let's see how big this room is. This room is probably 9 by, let's see, 9 by 12, 9 by 13. and the doors are probably the original doors to the house. They're not in horrible condition. Some new hardware might be beneficial. Let's see here. We've got another room here. And yep, we've got people writing on the walls. So there's ceiling doesn't look to be in bad shape. If it's not bad, it wouldn't need to be pulled out. There's a little bit of issue right there. That's just an age crack. That's not got anything to do with settling. There's no problem there. This home was built in the 50s, so nice big closet. It's got a big door in that closet. Normally you don't see doors that big on the closets. And this door here is missing trim, and the jamb is broken. They probably did that when they busted in, because that seems to be right at the same location as this deadbolt. It looks like somebody had tried to pry on that to get it open. So that definitely will need to be taken care of. It's kind of a weird spot for a light, but I imagine that's there because this is probably this hole. Let me back up a little bit, get a little bit better picture of this. I don't know if you can see it, but that is probably an addition part where they did when they put in central heat and air. Okay, this looks like it was a carport or a garage at some point that was closed in. You can see there's the exterior windows and the concrete block, the door there. Just offhand, I don't see it. I'm looking here. I don't see any air conditioning ducts, so the air conditioning probably didn't extend out to this part. But that's probably not something that would be hard to address. And here's the issue that I talked about earlier. You can see that this is kind of built up here. We'll have to address some drainage issues there and make sure that we don't get water running in here. You can see this may be an indication of a leak. We don't know, or it just could be from the humidity in the room, because this is broken out and with all this rain we've got. There's that concrete block wall we talked about on the outside. That'd be easy to be addressed. We can frame up on top and around it. But it's kind of an interesting thing they've done here. Apparently right here at one point this is the post that supported this carport, and they left the beams and just wrapped them, which is kind of interesting. If we wanted to make this one big room, we could beam across this with a solid beam, and they could be in one big room. All right, here's the utility room, washer hookup, water heater right here. He brought his own flashlight. Let's see if we can get in here and maybe we can see the ceiling a little bit. See, actually, this roof deck looks to be in pretty good condition, at least on this side. So maybe the roof isn't as terribly bad off as one might initially think. Come down here is your stand pipe for the washer drain and water. There's a window back here for the utility that's been closed off, probably to keep people from breaking in. Let's see. And there's a dryer hookup. Let's see. Got a light. Dryer hookup. Dryer exhaust vent down there. And I'm not sure what's going on there, but that's just another 220 outlet for something. Maybe for an air conditioner. Let's see here. Yeah, for that air conditioner right there. So that's a pretty big unit right there. So, but we'll probably not use that because of the location and the fact that it vents right inside the laundry room. So there's nowhere for that heat to go. You can see there's some branches right above that bedroom that are laying on the roof up there. And I'm certain you can see leaves. You can see, I get a little higher. You can see some leaves up on top of the roof. I'm certain that is what is causing the issues with the leaks. It most likely needs to be cleaned off, and it will need a new roof. But definitely these trees will need to be cut back from the house, at least trimmed up from over top of the house. Just some more indication of roof leaks. I'm gonna see if I can get a little video of this roof. There we go. It's about the best I can do. Well, there you go. We walked around the outside. We took a little walk through the inside, made some observations. We've seen that obviously the roof is going to need to be replaced. All the flooring is bad. It's going to have to be ripped up. It's unfortunate because it was parquet flooring and that stuff's expensive, but it's really nice if it's finished properly. All the cabinets are trash. The electrical looks to be like it might be relatively new, so we may not have to mess with that. Air conditioning ducts probably need to be cleaned or replaced, or repaired and replaced. It's only got one bathroom, but I think it can be salvaged. We'll have to put an exhaust fan in it. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this probably would be a perfect candidate for replacement windows. Mm-hmm. We're probably talking about $2,500 maybe for replacement windows, maybe $12,000 for a roof. Air conditioner, $5,000-$6,000. Cabinets are going to be about $1,500, maybe a little less. Probably can do them a little less than that. Flooring, we do all the hard stuff on the prep. With the size of this house, depending upon the quality of the flooring, $1,500 to $2,000. Let's see what else. The yard is going to be just grunt work and working and getting it cleaned up. May have to get some of this stuff hauled out, getting some of these trees cut. That shouldn't be terribly difficult, but getting the stuff hauled away, because you can't burn it right here, is going to be probably an expensive proposition. Let's see what else. Need some interior doors. Unless we salvage the ones that's in there.
The exterior door needs to be replaced, but there was already a door in there.
Definitely need to replace the exterior doors. Back door, sliding glass door is broken. We got that drainage issue back there, so that's going to have to either have a French drain or some grading or a combination of both. Overall, it's not a bad neighborhood. It's a nice, quiet neighborhood, looks like. Fenced yard for the most part. The fence does need a little bit of attention, but we'll see what happens and see what it's going to take. But this will be Nick's baby here, so
good luck, me.
Good luck, Nick. Y'all wish Nick some good luck on this, because I think he's going to need it. I really think there's more work here than what he thinks.
Oh, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to wrap this up and get out of here, because it's hot and I want to get the air conditioning kick in and get on the road, and it's almost lunchtime, so get some lunch too. All right. Have a lovely day, and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.